Up next, we're wrapping up the first half tonight with the Legends TV tag titles at stake as Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot defend the belts from former champs and returning challengers, Bowler and Race, the two kings. It's been about 5 months since Memorial Day Slam, when Bowler and Race lost the belts to Sarge and the Patriot, and the two kings have been waiting for their opportunity at a rematch, and that's finally happened for them. Meanwhile, Sarge and Patriot have been successfully defending the belts from the likes of Law and Disorder, and David Schultz and Steve Williams, among others. Bowler and Race are determined to get the Legends TV tags away from Sarge and the Patriot, and who knows? They could become two-time tag champs if they can get the win in this match, but it's a tough call, with the champs in a very dominant position.
If you remember that match at Memorial Day Slam, we are in for an intense ride of a matchup.
And here are the Legends TV tag champs now. Sergeant Slaughter was willing to talk to me and cracked several jokes about how this is supposed to be No Kings Weekend, and how it's definitely gonna be a No Kings match, vowing that he and the Patriot are 100% primed and ready for this long-awaited matchup. It's true that the two kings have literally waited all through summer's Sweet Revenge tour to get to tonight, so no matter what happens, or who wins, expect this first half closing match to be a total thrill ride.
Yeah, I gotta say it, man. Myron outdid himself with this one. Wow. What a ride this is gonna be.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it is for the WL Legends TV Tag Championships. The challengers, at a combined weight of 510 pounds, from St. Louis, Missouri, handsome Holly Race, and from Memphis, Tennessee, Jerry the King Lawler. Together they are the two kings. Their opponents, at a combined weight of 535 pounds, they are WL Legends Tag Champions. From the USA, the Patriot, and from Paris Island, South Carolina, Sergeant Slaughter.
Alright, it's going to be old Kingfish and the Sarge starting off in this tag team title matchup. Referee Willie Johnson rings the bell. They come center rings. Jerry Lawler spins the Sarge around with a right. Sarge counters with an elbow. A gouge of the eyes from Jerry the King Lawler. The King with a hard shot to the midsection of the Sarge. Another kick to the gut. And here we go. Man, nasty DDT from the King. Jerry Lawler follows up with a stomp to the back of the head of the Sarge, steps out and turns it over to Harley Race. Race, locked up by the Sarge, and on big-time knee to the gut. Oh, man, he felt that one. There's a stomp to the leg as Sergeant Slaughter beats it out of town and turns it over to the Patriot. The Patriot misses with the knee. Harley Race locks him up. A headlock punch from Harley Race. Harley Race goes behind on the Patriot. Patriot counters with an elbow to the head. Goes behind. Harley Race counters with an elbow too. Couple of hard lefts. A knee to the midsection from the Patriot. Harley Race with another headlock punch. Goes behind on the Patriot. Has him up. Oh, man. Back suplex. As Harley Race figures out what he's going to do next, he takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle here. And here it goes. Elbow drop right across the chest. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. One. But nope. Barely just a one. Patriot kicking out just in time. Spinning neckbreaker from Harley Race. The Patriot In trouble here. Harley Race drives that big old knee right into the head of the Patriot. Here comes Jerry the King Lawler on the tag. Lawler in control of Patriot right now. Rounds him up. Standing drop kick, beautifully executed by the King. Lawler locks up the Patriot, kick to the midsection, and he's calling for the DDT button. No, the Patriot counters with some shots to the gut and a quick takedown of Jerry the King Lawler. Followed up with a stomp to the midsection. The Patriot gouge in the face of Jerry the King Lawler. A painful move to be sure. Lawler escapes the hold. The Patriot tags in the Sarge. Here we go. Sergeant Slaughter locks up Jerry the King Lawler, has him up over the shoulder, and a big-time scoop slam. Here's another cover. One. Again, just barely a one. Harley Race missing with that low drop kick. Gets his head slammed to the mat, too. Okay. Sergeant Slaughter blocked by Jerry the King Lawler. There's a shot to the midsection. A quick jab. A quick left from the King. Goes behind. Locks up the Sarge. Sarge counters with an elbow. Running knee to the midsection of Jerry the King Lawler. The King counters with a kick to the head. Sarge counters with a kick to the midsection. Gets a hold of Lawler. Whips him to the ropes. Another hard punch to the midsection from Sergeant Slaughter. And again, Lawler getting his face gouged. This time by the Sarge. Will now. Jerry the King Lawler laid out near the corner as Sarge gets ready to go topside here. He's waiting for Lawler to stand himself on up. And here it goes, double axe handle right across the head of Jerry the King Lawler as Sarge turns it over to the Patriot. Lawler trying to make his way to the corner to tag Harley Race. Is he gonna make it? Yes, he is. Here comes big Harley Race. The Patriot with a hard right and a headlock punch to Harley Race. Goes behind on him, hard right to the back. Hard whip to the ropes. Has him up over the shoulder, but Harley Race counters into an inverted DDT. Kick to the midsection from the Patriot. Here's a hammerlock. The referee watching things, but Harley Race escapes with a shot to the midsection. Whips the Patriot to the ropes, drives a knee right into the gut of the Patriot. Drives another knee into the Patriot's head. Follows that up with a stomp. The Patriot back to a standing position here. Quickly takes down Harley Race again. Man. A lot of intensity in this matchup as Sergeant Slaughter comes in. Harley Race locked up by the Sarge, but counters with elbows to the gut. And some Harley Race locks up the Sarge. Gut wrench suplex. Turns his attention to the Patriot. The Patriot counters with a forearm. The Sarge quickly countered by Harley Race, who is on top of his game here. Here's a knee to the head of the Sarge. Jerry the King Lawler finally coming to here as Harley Race drives a knee into the canvas on the Sarge. Harley Race with that big knee right into the head of the Sarge again. And handsome Harley Race beats it out of town, turns it over to Jerry the King Lawler. Again, the Legends TV tag titles on the line in this matchup. The Sarge and the Patriot defending from the former champions. Jerry the King Lawler with a stomp to the shoulder of the Sarge. The King monitoring Sergeant Slaughter very closely. Sarge in the far right corner, a hard right hand to the face. Sarge counters with an elbow. They collide. Whoa, that was a big collision. Clothesline over the top rope. Out onto the floor goes the King. Sarge turns his attention to Harley Race. Hangs him up off the top rope. The Patriot rolls Lawler back inside the ring. The Sarge going topside on Harley Race. On second thought, misses with the double axe handle. Grapples Lawler but doesn't quite get it 100%. Escorts the King towards his team's corner. The referee needs to get the hell on out of the way. Willie Johnson's got a bad habit of doing that. There's an elbow to the midsection from Jerry the King Lawler. The King whips Sarge to the ropes, turns his attention to the Patriot. Sarge puts on the brakes, locks up Jerry the King Lawler, has him up over the shoulders, but Lawler quickly counters, chop block to the back of the knee of the Sarge. Man, these guys are intense. Elbow to the midsection from Sergeant Slaughter. Another headlock punch. Sarge goes behind on Lawler. Has him by the hair, clubbing blow right to the chest from the Sarge. Here comes the Patriot again. Jerry the King Lawler counting the ring lights. There's a stomp to the head from the Patriot. The Patriot gathers up Lawler. Big time discus punch drops Lawler. Here's another cover and another hook of the leg. One. But again, just barely a one. The Patriot gathers Lawler up again. Standing drop kick out of no place from Jerry the King Lawler. That was impressive. Hard right hand takes the Patriot down to the mat. The Patriot slams Lawler down to the canvas by his arm. Gathers him back up. The Patriot, with Lawler by the scruff of the neck, slams his head into the turnbuckle, tags in the Sarge. Here comes a double team from the champs. Lawler whipped to the ropes. Huge back body drop as Sergeant Slaughter takes over for his team, delivers a couple of stomps to the head of Jerry the King Lawler. And a driving knee right into the King's head. Sarge quickly countered by Jerry the King Lawler, kick to the back of the knee and a low drop kick to the back. Sarge counters with an elbow and a shoulder tackle takes Lawler down to the canvas. Here comes the Patriot again. Both teams tagging very efficiently. Running drop kick takes Lawler back down again. The Patriot slams his head down to the canvas. Jerry the King Lawler in a little bit of trouble here at the hands of the Patriot. And again, they're just gouging Lawler's face like nobody's business. Lawler counters with a shot to the midsection, a quick left jab. Gets a hold of the Patriot, delivers a headlock punch. Goes behind on the Patriot, has him up, back suplex from Jerry the King Lawler. Here comes Harley Race again. Both these teams very intense in this matchup. Harley Race sets up the Patriot, another gut wrench suplex. And Race going for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, that's as near to a near fall as we've had so far. There's a kick to the side of the Patriot. Here comes Jerry the King Lawler again. The Patriot back to a standing position. Has him up, slams him right back down. Nasty spine buster from the Patriot. The Patriot rounds Lawler back up again. Escorts him towards his team's corner. Hit first into the turnbuckle goes Jerry the King Lawler. Here comes Sergeant Slaughter again on the tag, and here comes another double team. A kick to the ribs for Jerry Lawler. Sarge has him up over the shoulder. Oh man, nasty shoulder breaker. The Sarge covers. 1. Well, there was a rope break, and Harley Race came to spoil the party. Sergeant Slaughter can't believe it, but hey, there we go. Harley Race pitches the Patriot out to the floor as Sergeant Slaughter returns his attention to Jerry the King Lawler. Knee to the head for the King. Look at this. Harley Race with a power slam on the Patriot on the outside. An arm snap to Jerry the King Lawler from the Sarge. Lawler turned over. Sarge with a stomp to the lower abdomen, and I do mean lower. Oh, man. Sergeant Slaughter takes himself all the way topside. Here we go. The Sarge is about to go Air Force over here. The Mean Marine goes air shoulder. Takes Lawler down. Sarge covers again. 1, 2. And I don't know how Harley Race got there in time, but he sure as hell did. Otherwise, this match might be over already. Jerry the King Lawler on the outside apron. The Sarge joins him there. Now they're trading shots back and forth. Down goes Jerry the King Lawler. Sarge with a shoulder to Harley Race takes him down too. The Patriot laid out near the far right corner on the outside. As Sergeant Slaughter rakes in the adulation from the fans. Sergeant Patriot definitely heavily favored to win this match. A couple of quick jabs from Lawler and a throat chop to the Sarge. The Patriot goes behind, slams Lawler into the apron. Sarge slams his face into the floor. Hard kick to the back from Sergeant Slaughter. And now Jerry Lawler getting torn up on the outside with the referee counting. Sarge drives Lawler into the barricade. Rounds him back up again. A left, a right, and a drop toe hold, slamming Lawler's face into the floor. There's a stomp to the midsection from Sergeant Slaughter. And he's not done gouging the face of Jerry the King Lawler. He's going to wind up looking funny after this match. And well, there's no referee to stop him, and the referee continues to count. Sarge determined to inflict as much damage on the outside as possible. Jerry the King Lawler counters, takes him down, rolls him back inside the ring. The referee still counting Lawler as he takes the long way home. Harley Race catches it right from the Sarge. Turns his attention back to Lawler. Ooh, kitchen sink knee to the midsection. Here comes the Patriot again. And this match more than halfway over. Whole lot of near falls, but So far, no results. The Patriot tries for the bear hug, catches a gouge to the eyes from Jerry the King Lawler, and another. The King with a Luthez press and a series of hard right hands to the head of the Patriot. Oh, man. Both these teams not fooling around here as Harley Race comes in. The Patriot laid out center ring. Race drives a knee into the Patriot's leg a couple of times. And some Harley Race going to work on the Patriot down on the canvas. Patriot counters with a kick to the head. Quickly gets back to a standing position. Misses with his swing. Race going to make him pay for that mistake. Has him up. Look at this. The Patriot quickly countered again. A clothesline from Harley Race takes him down. Here's another cover from Race. One. But again, just barely a one. Neither of these teams giving up easy. Hard shot to the midsection from the Patriot. Locks up Harley Race. Swing and a miss from Harley. And atomic drop right to the tailbone. A driving knee into the head of Harley Race from the Patriot as he beats it out of town and turns it back over to the Sarge. Man, this match has been amazing. And some Harley Race being dragged towards center by the Sarge. Hard stomp to the gut. Harley Race slips through the back door, drives a kick into the back of the knee of Sergeant Slaughter, followed up with a drop kick, rounds the Sarge back up, locks him up. Hard whip to the far right corner. Sarge counters with an elbow to the face of Harley Race, a hard right hand. A kick to the midsection from Harley Race. Race locks up the Sarge. Neckbreaker takes the Sarge down to the canvas. Here comes Jerry the King Lawler again. Unbelievable match, man. This has just been amazing. Fist drop from the King. And the Sarge caught all of it. Lawler gathers the Sarge back up. Locks him up in the collar and elbow. Gets a hold of the trunks. Has him up. Big time vertical suplex from the King. And Jerry the King Lawler working the crowd here, but the Patriot comes in on the tag. Patriot charges. Takes Lawler down center ring. The Patriot covers. One. But Harley Race right there a little bit too close. And again, the Patriot has to turn Lawler back over and go back to work on him. Decides he's going to snap the leg on Jerry the King Lawler. Turns his attention to Harley Race. Drapes him in over the top rope. Hard right hand to Harley Race. Lawler counters the Patriot with elbows to the midsection. Lawler charges. Another Luthez press, another series of hard right hands, this time to the Patriot. Lawler with a kick to the gut. He's setting up for the pile driver. Spinning pile driver. This could very well be the end right here. But no, Sergeant Slaughter right there to break it up. Lawler whips Sarge to the outside. And he is waiting on the Patriot. Gets a hold of him, slams him right back down to the canvas. He does not want the Patriot standing back up, but too late, slammed down to the canvas himself. The Patriot rounds Lawler back up. Goes behind on him, has him up, and whoa! Oh, what a nasty gut buster right there. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Harley Race appears out of nowhere to save the day. Lawler takes a little break on the outside. The Patriot hangs Harley Race up off the top rope. Sergeant Slaughter is laid out on the wrong side of town. The Patriot's all by himself. Lawler goes behind on him, breaks the back on the Patriot, goes behind on him again, does it a second time. Jerry the King Lawler putting in the work here. A big time fist drop to the Patriot on the outside with the referee counting. Jerry Lawler finally gets the Patriot back inside the ring. Sergeant Slaughter back at his tag corner, gets a hold of Lawler, rolls him back inside the ring. Oh, what a trip this match has been, huh? Jerry the King Lawler with a big headbutt to the Patriot. The Patriot counters both boots, shoves Lawler away. Lawler gathered back up to a standing position. Lawler counters with a clothesline. The Patriot caught up by Jerry the King Lawler, but counters with a shot to the midsection. Lawler counters with a kick to the gut. A series of shots from the Patriot doubles Lawler over, takes him down to the canvas, and he is setting it up. There's the sharpshooter. Lawler trying to make it to the ropes, but Harley Race breaks up the hold. Lawler locks the Patriot up, has him up over the shoulders. walks him over to the other side of the ring, hangs him up off the top rope, and down goes the Patriot. Lawler misses with the stomp to the head. The Patriot charges, swings and misses with the clothesline, catches the kick to the midsection, and right back into the Luthez press goes Jerry the King Lawler. Man, both these teams just operating at peak efficiency. Lawler has squirts the Patriot to the corner, head first into the turnbuckle he goes. Here comes Harley Race. Here comes a double team from the two Kings. Air-assisted crossbody by Harley Race to the Patriot. Takes him down center ring. And with about 3 minutes left to go, man, what a match. Running shoulder tackle from the Patriot. Harley Race pinned. 1, 2. Another near fall with time running out. A kick to the head from Harley Race takes the Patriot down. The Patriot follows suit and does the same thing. Takes himself out of the equation, turns it back over to the Sarge. Unbelievable matchup. Running shoulder tackle takes Harley Race down to the mat. And now Harley Race catching hell from the Sarge. Sarge hangs Lawler up off the top rope, taking him out of the picture, and returns to work on Harley Race. Big time elbow to the chest of handsome Harley Race as Sarge turns it back over to the Patriot. We may be looking at another time limit draw here. A knee to the head from the Patriot to Harley Race. Harley Race catches another, and the Patriot says that's just about enough. I'm going to turn it back over to Sergeant Slaughter. Sarge charged by Harley Race. A kick to the midsection from Harley Race, and a running clothesline takes the Sarge down the mat. Harley Race slams the face of Sergeant Slaughter into the canvas. Nose first, misses with the knee. Sarge back up, misses his move. Another driving knee from Harley Race to the Sarge. And the Sarge back down again as Harley Race takes it back to his corner, turns it back over to Jerry the King Lawler with less than a minute and a half to go. Unbelievable. Lawler all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Here we go, diving elbow right across the chest of the Sarge. Slaughter rounded back up by Lawler. And he's going for another pile driver. That could be a match ender right there. The Sarge caught all of that pile driver. Jerry the King Lawler covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, but the Patriot right there to break it up. Harley Race steps out. Headlock punch from the Sarge to Jerry the King Lawler. Lawler counters with an elbow, a quick left jab, a kick to the midsection from the Sarge. Winds him up. Here we go, Cobra clutch time. And the Patriot is keeping Harley Race busy. Here's a possible submission. That's it, Lawler has tapped out. Sarge and the Patriot retain the Legends TV tag titles by submission. Wow.
The time, 19 minutes and 28 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, and still are WL Legends TV Tag Champions, Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot.
32 seconds left on the clock, guys. Well, if this match didn't hike your blood pressure a couple of points, there must be something wrong with you. Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot retaining the Legends TV tag titles in pretty spectacular fashion. Unbelievable. The two Kings, I gotta give it to them too. They certainly did try their asses off, but unfortunately, Sarge and the Patriot had other ideas. That's gonna take care of the first half tonight. We'll be back with the second half of tonight's RWL Snarl right after the break. Hope to see you there.